All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to map out one of the most solid and, honestly, one of the most exciting ways to get into the tech industry. We're talking about becoming a support engineer.
You know that feeling when you look at the tech world and it just seems huge, like totally overwhelming, and you're just wondering, where do I even fit in? How do I start? Yeah, if that's you, you are absolutely in the right place.
And hey, you're not alone in feeling that way. Not at all. But here's the good news. There is a real, proven path forward, and it's one that cares a lot more about how you solve problems than what specific degree you have. So that's exactly what we're going to build today. Think of this as your personal roadmap. We're going to go step by step, from handling your very first support ticket all the way up to becoming a senior engineer.
Okay, so first things first, what even is a support engineer? I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. They're the critical bridge. I mean, that just nails it, right? It perfectly captures what this role is all about.
So yeah, on paper, it's all about digging into complex technical puzzles for users. But honestly, it's so much more than that. You become this crucial link, this connection between the people actually using the product and the team that built it. You're the one who makes all this tech actually work for real people out in the real world.
And check this out. This table basically lays out the entire career path in one go. You can see the progression so clearly, right? You start at level 1 handling the known stuff, then you move to level 2 where you're investigating the unknown, and finally you get to the senior or L3 level where you're actually preventing problems before they even happen. So let's break down each one of these stages.
All right, let's kick things off with level 1. This is where your journey begins. And the most important thing to focus on here, the whole mindset, is all about mastering the known. So as an L1, you are right there on the front line. You're going to be handling a huge chunk of all the incoming requests. We're talking 70 to 80%, using playbooks and scripts. Your whole goal is to be excellent at executing those fixes. You've got to be fast, you've got to be empathetic, and you need to be a master of triage, figuring out what you can solve right now and what needs to go to the next level. In a way, you're the gatekeeper of quality.
So what's in your L1 starter pack? Well, these are the tools you'll use to master the known. You've got ticketing systems like Jira to keep everything organized. Then there's the browser dev tools, super important for seeing what the user is seeing. You'll need some basic networking knowledge, HTTP, TCP/IP, DNS to figure out connection issues. And a little bit of SQL goes a long way because it lets you check the data for yourself. Your first mission, master these tools.
Okay, so once you've really got a handle on all the known stuff, you're ready for level 2. And this is where things get really interesting. I like to call this the detective work phase because your whole mindset just shifts. You're no longer following a script. Now, you're starting to investigate the unknown.
And this comparison really shows you that jump perfectly. At L1, it's about routine fixes, right? Applying things we already know. But at L2, it's all about deep diagnostics and finding the root cause when there isn't a known fix. You stop just using the playbook. You become the person who follows the clues, figures out the real why behind the problem, and then you're the one who writes the new playbook for everybody else to use. That's a huge step up.
And of course, with bigger challenges comes a much cooler toolkit. You'll start using observability tools like Grafana, Sentry, and Loki. These basically become your eyes, letting you see inside the system. You'll use API debugging tools like Postman to talk directly to the different services. And the Linux command line? Yeah, that becomes your home base for digging through logs and hunting for that one critical clue. These are your new detective tools.
So after you've mastered all that detective work, you finally reach the senior level. And trust me, the shift here is massive. It's not just about solving tickets anymore. The whole mindset changes to becoming a force multiplier.
Being a senior is really like a two-sided coin. On one hand, yeah, your technical skills are super deep. You're not just troubleshooting anymore, you're into advanced stuff. You're scripting, you're automating, you understand the whole system architecture. But on the other hand, you're also a leader. You're mentoring the junior folks, you're making the support processes better for everyone, and you're the one advocating for the customer in product meetings. Your impact suddenly becomes way bigger than just the tickets you close.
And this is where you can really amplify your impact. By specializing, you get to take all that amazing expertise you've built up and just focus it like a laser on a high-demand area where you can become the absolute go-to expert.
I mean, just look at where everything is going. Cloud infrastructure, of course, that's a huge one. But the really exciting frontiers are in things like AI and ML support, security operations, IoT, even intelligent automation.
If you can carve out a niche for yourself in one of these spots, wow, it doesn't just make you valuable, it makes you pretty much indispensable. Okay, so we've seen the whole roadmap, from start to finish, but what about right now? What can you do today to take that very first step? Let's get super concrete and actionable here.
Here it is, a simple 4-step learning plan that makes a ton of sense. Number 1, master your browser's dev tools. This helps you see the world exactly how your user does. 2, learn some foundational SQL. This lets you ask the database questions all by yourself. 3, get your hands on an API tool like Postman so you can really understand how all these different services talk to each other. And finally, number 4, get comfortable in the Linux command line. That's where so much of the real work happens. See how each step just builds on the one before it?
And I really want to leave you with this thought. This whole career path, it's one of the most accessible ways to break into tech. Seriously. Why? Because it rewards skills that you can start building right now. Things like curiosity, empathy, and just practical hands-on problem solving. You often don't need a formal computer science degree to get started.
You know, this isn't just another job, it's an absolutely vital function. I love this quote here. Support engineers form the backbone of modern IT operations. Just think about that for a second. The backbone. They're the reason our whole digital world actually holds together and works the way it's supposed to, for real people.
So there you have it. The roadmap is laid out right in front of you. The only real question left is, what's your first step going to be?